At the end of July, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau released an analysis of new credit reporting of medical debt. They said they wanted to learn the potential impact of new credit reporting guidelines that were established by the three credit reporting agencies themselves, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. It was back in March of 2022 that the Credit Reporting Bureau said they're going to increase the time before unpaid medical collections can appear on a consumer's credit report from 180 days up to 1 year. They also said they're no longer going to show paid collections on consumer reports, and beginning at some time in 2023, medical collections with balances below at least $500 will no longer appear on a consumer credit report. And the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau's analysis said, well, there's some good news and some bad news. The good news is 2/3 of medical collections trade lines on credit reports will no longer be reported because of those new guidelines. The bad news is the changes will not benefit those with older, unpaid medical debt over $500, and the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau tells us that's the majority of the medical debt by dollar amount. Changes will likely have a varied geographic impact, and some demographic groups will feel less relief than others. Here's an example. They said patients and families living in states in the northern and eastern United States are more likely to benefit from these credit reporting changes. They said these parts of the United States have higher concentrations of medical debt that are paid and higher concentrations of medical debt with lower balances. But if you look at demographic groups, consumers in majority Black, Hispanic, and low-income census tracts are less likely to benefit from the changes, despite being more likely to have medical debt on their credit reports. So overall, when reviewing the guidelines, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau said these changes will likely result in the majority of individual medical collections trade lines being removed from credit reports. However, in terms of dollar amount, the large majority of reported medical collections will still remain, and the changes will be less likely to provide relief to those lower income Black and Hispanic census tracts. In a statement, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau Director Chopra said, while this represents a positive step, it is clear that more work must be done to address medical debt credit reporting problems. You can read the analysis from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. We'll link to it in the description below.